G'day guys, it's Dave Tran here from Guitar Zero to Hero, and welcome to this fingerstyle guitar tutorial. Now if you want to see the full lesson, as well as playthroughs for this song and tabs, then be sure to check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, where you'll find dozens more of these step-by-step fingerstyle arrangements, as well as a complete guitar course, where you'll learn everything from scales to theory to technique, everything to take you from Guitar Zero to Guitar Hero. And the link is in the description below. So without any further ado, let's get to the song lesson. Now this is a fairly simple fingerstyle rendition to learn. It's based off some simple chord shapes, and there's not too much stretching, and it's not too fast either. So for the basics, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning, and you'll need a capo on the first fret of your guitar. Now for the finger picking basics, of course, our thumb will take care of the 6th, 5th and 4th strings, and our index, middle and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings respectively, and they won't pluck any other strings other than the ones they've been assigned to. Now this song does have a waltz feel, so it's in 3/4 timing, so we're going to be counting in groups of 3s, so I like to count 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. But that's the timing feel that you want to get into. The 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. That sort of waltz ballad feel. Now there's a tiny lead in here before verse 1 starts, and it's really nice and easy. So we'll pluck the open 4th string, then with our middle finger go to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then we're going to pluck the 3rd string twice. And that will sound like this. Those two notes we pluck on the 3rd string are going to be fairly quick, one after the other, like that. And that's the lead in. So now we get into the main part of the verse, and our first 2 bars are based around a G chord. So we're going to start by plucking this G chord on the bass note, so 6th string, 4th string, 3rd string, and then you're going to pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, and then 4th and 3rd. So that will sound like this. So for the second bar, we'll just lift our ring finger up off this G chord. We're not going to need that. We'll pluck the 6th string, 4th, 3rd, and then 2nd. Then with our index finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pluck that, and then pull off. Now with the pull-offs here, don't rush like that. You want to make sure that the pull-offs are on time as well. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. They need to be on the beat there. You shouldn't just pluck it and then pull off as soon as you can. And that's going to be a common theme with a lot of the hammer-ons and pull-offs for the rest of this song. So all together for the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. For our next chord shape, we go to an E minor, played like this. We're going to pluck the 6th and 2nd strings together, then the 4th and 3rd, and then you take your pinky finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, and then 4th and then 3rd string by themselves. So that bar. For this next bar, you can lift your pinky now up off the 2nd fret. We're going to pluck the 6th string, 4th, 3rd. We're going to pluck the 3rd again, hammer on with our ring finger to the 2nd fret, and then hit the 2nd string by itself. So all together for the E minor. For the next 2 bars, we're going to base it around a C chord shape or variations of a C chord. So for this first part, we're going to play the first 2 notes of a C chord, but with our index finger, we'll put that on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We'll pluck the 5th and 2nd strings together, then 4th, then 3rd, but then you're going to pull off to the open string. And then we'll pluck the 4th and 3rd by themselves again. So that bar. And then for the next bar, we go 5th, 4th, 3rd string, pluck the 3rd string again and hammer on with our index finger to the 2nd fret, and then hit the 2nd string by itself. So all together for the C bars. We're going to base our next 2 bars around a D chord shape. We'll start by plucking the 4th and 3rd strings together, hold that out for 2 beats. Then on the 3rd beat, we go to 4th string, and then pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, then 4th string, 3rd string. So that bar will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then for the next bar, you can lift your ring finger up off the 2nd fret now. Just leave your index finger where it is. Then we'll pluck 4th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd string, but then you'll pull that off to the open string. So all together for the D chord shapes, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Notice how my pull-offs and hammer-ons are always on the beat. I don't rush them and pull it off like that. I pull it off on the beat. So 2, 3, like that. And so far we have this. Next we go to a loose G chord shape, and we're not going to put our ring finger down on the 2nd string. We'll pluck the 6th and 2nd strings together, then 4th, 3rd, and then you put your ring finger back down on the 3rd fret. Pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, then the 4th string, 3rd string. For the next bar we'll pluck 6th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then back to the 4th string, and then lift our ring finger and pluck the 2nd string finally. And everything for this G chord will sound like this. Next we're going to an E minor chord shape, but we're also going to have our ring finger on the 2nd fret of this 3rd string. You'll pluck the 6th and 3rd strings together, and at the same time pull off that 3rd string to the open note. You'll pluck that again after you've pulled it off, and then with the pinky finger go onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, and then end with 4th string, 3rd string. So that bar in total. For the next bar you can lift your pinky finger again, 6th string, 4th string, 3rd string, pluck the 3rd string again and hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then end with the 2nd string by itself. So all of the E minor together. We'll go to a C chord shape, pluck the 5th and 2nd strings together, then 4th string, 2nd, lift your index finger, pluck the 2nd again, then 4th, and back to 2nd. So that bar in total. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. You'll then take your free index finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pluck that, pluck the 3rd string again, but lift your index finger, then go to the 4th string, pluck the 3rd string again and hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then hit the open 2nd string by itself. So everything together for the C chord. And finally the last 2 bars are based around our D chord again. We're going to pluck the 4th and 3rd strings, hold that for 2 beats. On the 3rd beat, go to the 4th string, pluck the 2nd and 3rd strings together, 4th, 3rd. And that's it for the first bar, which sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. For the final bar, we're plucking 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings all together at the same time. And then the 2nd string by itself 3 times. But on that 3rd time, you're actually going to slide up to the 5th fret of the 2nd string relative to the capo. After that slide up to the 5th fret, you'll quickly go to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, hit that, and pull off to the open note. So all together for the D. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And now it's 75 and 100% speed. This is what verse 1 will sound like. Now the actual song's at 190 BPM, but I like playing the fingerstyle rendition at 170 BPM, so that's what I'm going to consider as 100%.
So now we get to the pre-chorus, which is really fun to play. This is probably my favorite bit of this song. So we're going to start with a very loose G chord here. So you're just going to put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. We're plucking the 6th, 3rd and 2nd strings at the same time. Then 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 3rd together. And then 4th and 3rd again. That's it for the first bar, which will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then for the next bar, we'll pluck the 6th, 2nd and 3rd strings together again. Then 4th, 3rd, 2nd string by themselves, and then with your index finger you'll have it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Pluck that and pull off to the open note. And all together for the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then for our next 2 bars, we're basing it around an E minor shape, and we're doing the exact same thing. When we get to the pull off, we're just going to do it with our ring finger here on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. But the picking pattern is exactly what we had for the G chord. So the E minor section will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Next we get to a C chord shape. You'll pluck the 5th, 3rd and 2nd strings together. Then go 4th, 3rd, lift your index finger, pluck the 2nd string, then 4th and 3rd strings by themselves again. And all together for that bar. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then with your index finger, you place it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Pluck that for the next bar. You're going to hold that out for 2 beats. And then on the 3rd beat, you go the 5th string, lift your middle finger, and then hit the open 4th string. And that note is held out for 3 beats. So all together for this C chord shape. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then we're going to go to another loose G chord shape, but this time you use your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. We'll pluck the 6th, 3rd and 2nd strings together, then 4th, 3rd. You'll pluck the 2nd string by itself, but hammer on with your index finger and pull off on that 1st fret. So hammer on, pull off. And again, make sure the timing on the hammer offs and pull offs is on beat. So 2, 2, 3. And all together for that bar. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then we're going to go to a D6 chord shape. So it's literally just the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We're going to pluck the 4th and 3rd strings together, hold that out for 2 beats. Then we go 4th string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and then pull that off to the open note. And all together for this last 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. The 3rd line of tab is exactly the same as the 1st line of tab. Then for the 4th line of tab, our first 2 bars are exactly the same as the first 2 bars of the 2nd line of tab. So then we get to our last 2 bars, which are based around a D chord. We're going to pluck the 4th and 3rd strings together, hold that out for 2 beats. Then pluck the open 4th string and then 3rd and 2nd strings by themselves. Hold that out for 2 beats and then hit this 4th string again on that last beat of the bar. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And then the last bar, we're going to pluck the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings all together. Hold that out for 2 beats and then you lift your ring finger up off the 2nd string. Then we're going to go 4th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd strings. And all together for the last 2 bars, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So that's it for the pre-chorus. So at 75 and 100% speed, it will sound like this.
Thanks for watching this fingerstyle tutorial, guys. If you want to view the full lesson, then be sure to check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium. The link is in the description below, but there you'll find full lessons, full tabs, as well as a complete guitar course where you'll learn technique, scales, and theory, and everything to take you from Guitar Zero to Guitar Hero. As always, be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.